Hello, there. Hello, everyone. This is working problem. Um, it's the 3rd of November. It's 1:47 a.m. now. Um, so Raeesah Khan, receiving incredible backlash um from all sides. Very few is actually defending her. Uh, and the condemnation is pretty across the board. Even AWARE, the women's rights group, has condemned her. And the latest news is that Workers' Party have formed a disciplinary panel to look into the things that uh, she have done. And this is separate from the other committee for the parliament that will review her privilege, uh, her parliamentary privilege. So I think this is a sufficient punishment, I would say, for her. I think for a person who is an activist, uh, I think there is nothing more scary to a left-wing activist than public condemnation and destruction of reputation. So, and this is really public and rightfully so. And because she is doing all this thing at the highest level of public discourse, and all this condemnation is rightful. However, I would do hope that people don't cancel her. Cancel means that to destroy her life. Uh, that's what cancel culture is all about. So, for example, if you don't really understand what cancel culture is like, for example, Trump supporters in the USA. So, for example, someone can be a Trump supporter, and then he maybe is very vocal on Twitter, for example. So then some these anti-Trump people found out the identity, the real name and person behind the Twitter handle. They started uh, to do CSI work and discover where he stay, where he work, know who are the people he involved with, and these people started calling up the company to complain about him, to harass him at his house, and then all in all to get him sacked, or or if he's a business owner, get their clients to break ties with him, and to destroy that person's life. That's what cancel culture is all about. It's basically to cancel you to the point where you can't even live, and that's what cancel culture is. And that's what people did to Sylvia Chan of the Night Owl Cinematics NOC. That's what people have done. The opponents of Silver have done to her. That's cancel culture, and I hope people do not resort to canceling her, to canceling Raeesah Khan. I think is unnecessary, uh, because we really do not want to have cancel culture taking roots in Singapore. It has invaded us from USA. Yeah, this is an American thing, and then because we are so connected to USA and its culture, that this kind of American bad habits have been trying to get into Singapore, just like Raeesah Khan did when she was she was at the beginning of the election. She mentioned about we need more brown people in parliament. That this color politics, all talking about skin color, is not really a Singaporean thing. It's an American thing. They're all about the black, the white, and the yellow, the Latinos, and they are very race obsessed. And while we are a multiracial society, cultural society as well, um, we are very aware of the difference in races, the different racial traits, and um, of course our skin colors. But we shouldn't, bring in skin color politics. To be honest, when before COVID, I was playing football so much. I'm actually much darker than some of the Malays. And you know, eventually I start to realize that the Malays are getting fairer. So it's no longer the case where the Malays tend to be brown, the Indians are very dark, and then the Chinese are fairer. It's actually not really the case. Um, Chinese can be very dark because of being under the sun. My grandfather, technically, his skin color is really, really dark, really, really dark. The Because he was a fisherman, when he was young. So let's not talk skin color. I think that's a really bad habit, and that's an American thing. It's American culture. So is the cancel culture, to destroy someone just because you don't like their views or ideas or opinions or religion or philosophies or anything. Just because you don't like the person, you want to destroy the person's life. I think that's bad. We should be better than that. We are now a civilized age, and we are not living like 200, 500 years ago where no, if you don't like the person, you just kill that person. If this kingdom don't like that kingdom, let's go to war. I think that's the kind of days are past, and let's not bring them back. Never push someone to their age. Never push someone to the point where they have no retreat. I think that's no good. So for Raeesah Khan, I let's leave her fate, um, her future as an MP or politician, in the hands of Pritam Singh and the leadership of Workers' Party. I think the PAP isn't going to do much more now other than the disciplinary committee, and I believe, of course, they are going to milk this politically if Raeesah continues to be an MP for Workers' Party, and I think she will sink the Sengkang ship. The entire Sengkang Workers' Party will actually fall if she still continue to stay within the GRC. And I think my personal opinion is that she should step down from the MP ship either now or at the end of this term. And Workers' Party should replace her, and she should, just as per my last video, she should come down to a lower level and continue to serve the people of Singapore. And people should not cancel her. Of course, when I see her in person, I don't think I'm going to be quite keen to look at to see her. But I feel that let's not cancel her. Let's not destroy her life. Although I don't think she will have much problem. She got a rich parent and a well-to-do husband, I think. So she won't die of hunger. She won't need a job. But I still think that she needs to go and work, go into the private sector, have more experience, understand how Singaporeans really live, the challenges that we face in business or in the work, and I think that will serve her much better. And maybe one day when she become more wiser and more experienced, she can come back to politics. I believe Singaporeans are smart enough to welcome her. We are forgiving enough to accept that someone have improved and changed. I think Nicosia have gone through a little bit similar, but not as bad as this. Nicosia was very soft-hearted. She spent so much time and effort with the poor and the old people that really needs a lot of attention and help, and she feel really sad. She cry a lot. It takes too much out of her, and eventually she had to leave politics behind, especially for her campaigning of Tan Jee Se for the presidential election. I think that really damaged her reputation, and a lot of people criticize her for taking votes away from Tan Cheng Bock, and she was really shocked, and that people actually can criticize and go against her, because she had been so popular all this while, and she realized that she had a hand in causing Tan Cheng Bock to not become president, and to later realize that Tan Ji Se is actually not that trustable a person. So and then she went into private sector. She focused on her work. Oh no, she already in private sector, but she doubled down on her work. I think she went to Thailand for for overseas tenor, and then she's now I think a director level, and so now she's so much more wiser. So it's really good, and then she can serve much better. So same for Raeesah Khan. If she really if she really want to help Singapore to 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 serve Singaporeans, I think that's a natural thing to do, to actually go into the private sector, to actually do real work rather than just do activism. I think uh, activism is not real work. That's my very biased opinion. It's just scamming people's money for most cases. If you're doing volunteer work, it's volunteer work. It's not activism. When you go to the old folks home, go to the boys home, orphanage, or to help those old people living in the rental houses where they have no children to help take care of them, like I think Lion Society, and all these are volunteer work, community work. These are not activism. They actually do something, and don't go into activism. Do something. So I think that's my sincere advice for her. I'm really pissed off by all this lying, but I'm gonna move on. I think looking at, you see, all this condemnation is almost universal. I feel that there's enough punishment for her, and I think so. I repeat again, let's not cancel her. Give her a chance to learn. She's still very young. She's still in her 20s. Oh, and let's leave all this in the hands of Pritam, and hopefully Workers' Party will make a good decision and don't destroy all the painstakingly built up trust and reputation, branding, and faith from the people over her. It's not the time to be a nice person. So that's it for this short video, and I see you in the next video.